Hey, welcome back. We had a new knife here. A viewer, friend of the channel, we'll just call him Glassjaw, Mr. Glassjaw, was selling some knives on Reddit. I grabbed them. Here they are. Let's take a look. Let me just do this off screen here real quickly. What do we have in here? We got a couple knives. One I've seen before and one I have not. So let's go dessert first, as I always do on this channel. McNeese Custom Knives MAC2 Seigaiha motif. This is a exclusive from Urban EDC. Super cool. And I hadn't gotten hands on one of these smaller ones before. Whoa, check that out. So that is a pretty neat pattern on there. Ooh, I like the backspacer too. I think this one was generally unused. Is this the hollow too? Is that looks flat ground, I think. I think this one's flat ground. Ooh, nice action for a knife that size. Man. He does do a nice job on these things. So a rollout kind of knife? No. Almost got a little chunk out of the finger on that one. Gotta be careful. Can't play around too much. Warming up, warming up. You ever notice that your knives warm up a little bit as you start to use them? Maybe I'm crazy. This one was sitting outside in 28-degree weather though, so that's actually not too surprising. Yeah, the action's really good and smooth on this. Pretty stoked. I'd heard from a lot of people like go for the 3.5 and I don't like the ergos on the 3 as much. I actually like the feel in hand just as much. It feels really good in hand. It's, you know, like he's got this kind of little extra 1/2 or 1/4 inch down here. And it's small, you know, it's kind of like banter size, if you know the wee banter. I know who's going to respond to that one. The biggest wee banter fan in the channel, Thunderlight, is going to like that comment. Very similar size knife, maybe a little more cutting edge, but you get a lot of the same kind of ergos here. Yeah, but just in a little bit of a nicer package. And yeah, I think that ended up being a really good buy. So thanks, brother. And this one is made in USA, by the way. And CPM XHP. My other is, my 3.5 is Magnacut, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, nice knife. That could be a nice little EDC for someone looking for an American-made knife for not too much money. I like what I'm seeing there. Speaking of American-made knives, I believe, I know it's an American company. I actually don't know for sure this is made in the USA, but I'm pretty sure it is. Let's get this guy out of this package. All right, you probably know what who makes that package, ProTech. So let's get into it. And this one is a Mordax Magnacut solid black handle with stonewash blade. So I did review the one on the channel during the humorous knife mix-up of 2023 when my buddy sent me a bunch of knives to check out, and put the wrong knives in the wrong boxes, but the Mordax was in the correct box, so that one I did get correct. But this one looks pretty good. Hang on one sec, let's just see. Again, this was sitting outside, so just want to get it cleaned up a little bit, get some of the condensation off and stuff. All right, and let's give it a flip. Very nice, very nice. These are little button locks, button lock flipper. Wow, that is crazy action on that. That thing, so if you basically lean it back towards your wrist, it closes all by itself. that time I let it bounce off. Hang on, let me get a little more room here and get the right angle so you can see what the heck I'm doing. Someone made a good comment the other day that I was crowding the knife and you couldn't really see the blade come out and stuff, and that was a good call. Let's get a little more room. Actually, you know what's actually going on here is I have this thing down from another video I was doing. So let me get this back up to adult height. There we go. Now we got plenty of room to play with the knife. That is definitely one of the best button locks I've used. It's kind of crazy, but to date, having handled, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them, the CGRB Pyrite's still been like the best one that I've handled. Love this one. It's just really freaking good. I don't care if it's made in China or US or if it's $500 or $50. The knife does what you tell it to, and it's just a really good button lock. And to date, this is the only one that's compared for me from the button perspective, how it feels, the action. And that speaks to how crazy that knife is for $50, because this is like a $250 knife or something. Now this says ProTech USA, it's Magnacut, so I believe that would be made. I wonder if this one's Best Tech or if it's, does anyone know? I should have totally looked that up before I went into here. I think it's a US made knife, right? I think that's their whole thing. Throw that one in the comments for me. Sorry that I was unprepared. But as I mentioned on the last video where I unboxed a bunch of ProTechs, this is not a brand I've spent any time with, researched, or been interested in. I don't know if it's the name of it or what, but it just feels big box brand to me and not that interesting. It's kind of like Spyderco. There's a lot of things I like about Spyderco, but you know, the big box brands just don't really do it for me that much. But I gotta say, this thing right here is a pretty freaking compelling knife, especially if you're like a flipper person. That is pretty darn compelling there. So very nice. I think that's all for now. 2 really nice American made knives to check out and to feel you know, the action on and stuff. Feel in hand on this one, by the way. Let me just weigh on that. I think I did this last time though, but love how it's sort of properly knocked down around the sides, and it really feels good in hand, like really good. That pocket clip totally disappears. It feels like a good pocket clip, by the way. So this thing's a really nice all-around knife, especially for the size. You know, I bet it carries pretty light for its size and stuff. It feels like it's about a 4 1/4 ounce knife, maybe 4 ounce. It's a pretty big size there, so if it was a little smaller, it'd probably be like one of those 3.5 ounce knives. But yeah, it's this is a really nice knife for sure. 3.96, so it's pretty close on the 4 1/4. Did I say 4 first? I think I said 4 and then 4 1/4. I don't know. You know better than me. Yeah, that thing packs a punch for what it is. Pretty slicey and, you know, that's like a really good, it's kind of Roosevelt style blade in terms of the thickness and stuff, and how it starts way up here and it comes down to a pretty thin edge. You would just get a really nice edge on this for a long time, and as you sharpen it over time, you just get probably better edge retention as it gets a little thicker, but a little less slicey. Seems like a really nice one to me. There you go. A couple nice knives that are a little off the beaten path for this channel, and yeah, good all-arounders. These are not blowing me away and making me go sell other things like Demcos and you know, hinderers and what else do I love? Brown knives, VC edge interface. I'm not gonna put these in the category with that. I'd put these in the category with they're good priced American knives that compete with Chinese knives and are as good or better. That's the category I'd put them in. You know, and that's kind of like that middle grade. They're probably not, well, I'd say the McNeese is on the level of the Tactile. The ProTech's probably there in a lot of ways, but just sort of not in others. You know, it feels a little cheaper in other ways for some reason. It's probably like aluminum or something too. I don't think this is titanium, but keep me honest. So anyway, really good stuff, but not like go sell all your knives and get this, and this is the only one you need kind of stuff. You could, don't get me wrong. These could totally be a one and done knife for someone, but you know, if you got 40 knives, I'm not going to tell you that this is going to replace all 40 or anything like that. Whereas there are some knives like that I could say like just have this one knife and you'd probably be fine for the rest of your life. This would probably be, if I could only have one knife for the rest of my life right now. And it's weird because in context, right, we're creating a new context when we do something like that. This isn't a knife that I carry at all. It's actually like a comparison knife that I use. But if I could only have one, and so I couldn't have that one and this one, then this would be the combination of those two. And probably be my all-arounder. Now, if the pandemic had put us in a post-apocalyptic world, that'd probably be my one. I'd probably go with the thick boy and make sure that as this jabs through the zombies, that it doesn't, have any issue as it comes back out. It's not going to break. Probably go with the big boy on that one. So, can't keep the freaking Demco out of a video. You know how I do it. Appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.